Well, good morning. Happy day after Thanksgiving. Today is Friday, October. Jeez. No, start again. Today is Friday, November 24th, and it's a little breezy. It's 32, so it's a little warmer than it has been. But I'm still gonna go for my walk. All week I kept preaching that it was just a one meal, and I didn't do as badly as I've done in the past, but I didn't do as well as I was hoping I would do. Jim went to this bakery that's by us that make pies. I'm not a big pie eater, but like I told you, I was going to have some of Mary's apple pie because I love Mary's apple pie. So Jim went here to get, because he likes pecan pie. I guess they make a good pecan pie. I'm not a big fan of pecan pie, thankfully, because it looked very fattening. But when he came home, fresh from the oven, you could still smell it. The packaging was still warm of banana nut bread, and I had a slice. It was so good. It was just so good. But I had the slice of banana nut bread, and then well, I got up at 6:30, put my turkey on. Then Denise has never made a turkey, so I went for my 2-mile walk, came home, went to her, took a shower, then went to her house, put her turkey and stuffing and all that in the oven. Then came home, and I made my potatoes and all that other stuff to get ready. And so we ate at 1. But I ate the banana nut bread when I got home from my walk before I took my shower. But anyway, so then I thought, okay, so I had my dinner, which was, I did pretty good. I didn't measure it out, but I eyeballed it. Because, you know, like after you've been on this a while, you can kind of somewhat eyeball. You still need to track and measure. You really do. But I wasn't going to get out all the measuring cups and spoons and stuff like that on a holiday. I wasn't going to do that. So I kind of eye measured. And I had a half a cup of, what do you call it, mashed potatoes. I did have probably just like a quarter cup of sweet potatoes. And then I had my turkey, and which you can have, it's protein. I didn't have a lot of turkey, but you know, because I always go last. I just take what's left. I know my family gets upset and they tell me I should go first, but I don't cook for me, I cook for them. I don't know if that makes sense. And I'll just eat what's left. You know, I'll eat the leftovers if I have to. I just want to make sure everybody has enough to eat, and then I'll just eat. Which reminds me of a story, real quick. Well, I'll finish telling you what I had, and then I'll tell you about my story, if I remember, because you know my memory. But anyway, and then I had, we make a cream cauliflower, which is, you put milk and some cheese and some flour to thicken up the base, and then you pour it over the cauliflower. It doesn't sound really good, but it's really good. So I had probably a half a cup of that, and then I had a corn muffin. I had a glass of milk and some broccoli, but I didn't put cheese on it. I just had broccoli. And that's what I had for my dinner. And I don't really think that was excessive. Oh, and I had a cup of stuffing. But I didn't finish the stuffing. I'll give you, I probably only ate half of the stuffing. And so I saved the other half, and I'm going to eat the other half today. And then, I know I really shouldn't, but I am. I don't make stuffing that often, and I like stuffing, so I'm going to eat it. And then, when we did desserts, probably about 2 hours later, I didn't have any dessert. I just, but Jim brought out, another thing he bought that I didn't know he bought was a banana cream pie. So now I got to choose, do I want a banana cream pie or Mary's apple pie? You know, what am I going to have? I don't need either one, but I'm going to have one of them. And I chose the banana cream pie. As much as I like Mary's apple pie, somewhere along the years she'll make an apple pie. But banana cream pie, we don't have that very often. So I had a slice of banana cream pie. And then we always make soup from the leftovers. And so probably about 6:30 I had a bowl of turkey soup that we usually put all the, which was not very many, but we put all the leftover vegetables, and we put some noodles, and then the broth from the turkey carcass, and that's it. We don't even put potatoes in it. So I mean, it was good. And then I had a glass of water with that, and then probably about 8 o'clock, that damn banana nut bread was calling me again, and I kept trying to ignore him. and I succumbed. And I had another slice of the banana nut bread. And then when I went to bed, I wasn't feeling well. Could you not ever wonder why? Because I ate so poorly. But like I said, it's one day. I'm back on track today. I'm going to do my walk. I'm going to be very mindful of what I eat. I'm going to try to be under my points today because I think I was probably a little bit over. I still had, I don't think I, well, I probably did eat more than my 34 points, but I had 22 weekly points left. So if I'm just really mindful today, I'll be pretty good. I didn't even get on the scale because I didn't want to see that, because I think a lot of it might be sodium weight, and I didn't want to. I'll get weighed tomorrow and I'll see what it is. And if tomorrow I have a gain, it's a new week. I'll start all over again. But anyway, back to my story. When my brother-in-law Bruce died, my sister was just kind of like beside herself, because that was her whole world. Was Bruce was her husband, and he was so good with her. But anyway, she didn't have a lot of money, and so when we did the funeral, we had the wake at my house because she couldn't afford to go to a restaurant. And so we prepared, because we just, we weren't sure how many people were going to come. And oh my gosh, there were so many people that I think that the fire department would have closed my house off and told the occupancy was too many. There were so many people. It was just unbelievable. And we didn't know that we were going to have enough food. So we were pulling the whole family out of line, because they were in line, and we'd pull them out and go, you wait and go last. You wait and go last. So the family didn't get anything to eat. So that was just what happened. We just pretended we were carrying around like an empty plate. When we were picking plates up, we were pretending that that was the plate we ate off of, because we didn't want anybody to feel bad that we weren't eating. But company always comes first. That's what we were always taught. Company comes first. And another funeral, not that funerals are on my mind, but my friend Donna, her husband Marty, oh, he was such a nice man, such a nice man. But he was in Vietnam, and he ended up having the Agent Orange, and so he ended up passing away. But he was such a nice guy, and he touched so many people's lives, and he did all of the shopping. He took care of her. She didn't do anything. He did everything, and so she was really lost after he passed. But there were so many people at his funeral that she didn't even know half of the people there, because they just knew him from, like, Nino's, which was, well, they knew him from the fruit market, they knew him from the meat market, they knew him from the bakery, they knew him from the church, they knew him from the work. They just knew him from everywhere, and he was such a nice guy that he had so many. I've never been to a funeral that large for just like an ordinary person. It was just very touching. It really was, to see how many lives he touched, because he was such a good man. He really was. So, but anyway, on to going on my walk. And then I have Sophia spent the night, so I got her. And then Sebastian and Oliver are coming over in about 2 hours, and they're going to spend the afternoon, because Danny and Shannon are going Black Friday shopping. And I'm sure at some point Kylie will come over. And we'll just get on with our day. I'm going to be very mindful of my eating. I'm not going to beat myself up from yesterday. I'm not going to get back on that spiral going down. It was one day. It's done. And just back on track. That's what you got to do. If you don't get right back on track the very next day, and you put it off and you put it off, you eventually just don't go back to it. So I'm not putting it off. I'm back on it today. So let's go for a walk. Okay, I'm back. Actually, it was pretty nice. It really was. I even took my gloves off because it got quite warm. I did leave my hood up because I wanted to keep my ears warm. I did think of two different things I was going to mention to you that I forgot. Is yesterday when we were just sitting down from dinner, a neighbor a couple doors down had called me to ask me if I had a hand mixer that she could borrow. And I go, yeah, I got a hand mixer. She says, yeah. Everybody in the neighborhood here, they only have stand mixers. Nobody had a hand mixer, and we needed a hand mixer. And I thought, who in this block would have a hand mixer? And I immediately thought of you. And so I said, well, that's because I'm the oldest one on the block. And she's like, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. And I go, well, it's a true statement, because I live in a very young subdivision. There's a lot of little kids, which I absolutely love. But I was the logical choice for a hand mixer. They're only $10, but I think so many I don't even think Christy has a hand mixer. I think it's just this younger generation has all the gizmos and gadgets. And then the other thing I thought of, which I thought was a cute little story, is Sophia and I woke up about the same time, but she played on her iPad, and I just, watched videos on my phone. And then Jim got up, and he makes a egg muffin sandwich or whatever, and which is, if you get it from McDonald's, but he makes his own. And so Sophia was watching him, and so she says, well, I'll eat breakfast too. And he said, well, okay, I'll get you a bowl of cereal. What kind of cereal do you want? And she says, well, I don't really want cereal. And he says, well, that's all there is. And so she said, oh, okay. And I thought, so when I got up, I said, well, did you make her an egg sandwich too? He says, no, I offered her cereal and she didn't want it. I said, she's at Grandma's house. You get whatever you want when you go to Grandma's house. Sophia, what do you want? She says, I want pancakes. You're getting pancakes. You're at Grandma's house. So I made her some pancakes, and then I went on my walk. So anyway, I'm gonna feed my birds first. They ate their whole Thanksgiving feast and every bit of it yesterday. So I gotta feed them again today, and then drink my water and get on with my day. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. And I am gonna stay on track today. I was bad yesterday, not super bad, not as bad as in the past, but I could have been better. But I'm human. Okay, back to business. Eating healthy today. So I started my day with a prayer. I drank 50 ounces of water. I've walked 6,850 steps. My quote is, not one of us can change our yesterdays, but all of us can change our tomorrows. I'm not going to let tomorrow or yesterday define who I am. I'm back on track, and I'm going to be back on my program. So I have a 6-point breakfast, 2 for my egg, 4 for my 1 ounce of Colby Jack cheese, and 0 for my bananas, my berries, my grapefruit, my tea, and my water. 6 points, and I still have 28 points left for the day. And I'm going to make the best choices today. Okay, leftovers. 3 points for a half a teaspoon of butter on my potatoes, 6 points for a half a cup of stuffing, 3 points for a half a cup of mashed potatoes, 1 point for 3 ounces of turkey breast. I don't know if that's 3 ounces, but I don't know how to figure my cauliflower, but I figured 3 points. And I don't have the soup just yet, but I figured 8 points. And a tea and water, so it's 24 points. I got 3 points left. Okay, Sophia's gone, but we've got these two rascals. What are we watching?
Boss Baby. I saw the butt.
We're watching Boss Baby. We just finished dinner. Sophia went home. Denise went home, and Mary too. We had leftovers. All right, let's end the day.
Me neither.
Okay, I meant to tell you in my beginning of my vlog that Diane Dravinsky has lost 101 pounds. Way to go, Diane. It's hard work, I know it. I'm still striving to keep my 50 pounds. I'm hoping I have a loss tomorrow, but I kind of have a feeling I won't. But, I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to get on the scale, face the music. Saturday's a new day, new week. I'm going to start all over again. Although it would ruin my plans because I don't want to gain during the holidays. But, I'll take it as it goes. So I will see you guys in the morning.